Broadcasting live from an Airstream somewhere in Tornado Alley, bringing you the people, places, and stories from the Panhandle to the Red River. This is your Only in Oklahoma show.
And welcome to the show. Today we're talking about the longest running food-related festival in the state of Oklahoma. I disagree. And after the break, Dollar Tree is back. I'm Brad.
And I am Harley.
The debate, somebody commented last time we talked about Stillwell claiming to have the longest running food-related festival.
Okay, I guarantee you, this is all semantics. This is language. Like, we have the longest running festival that involves food that's in the shape of an orb. It's dependent on how they phrase it more than anything. Like one of them, it was the longest continuously running festival. So again, I don't know.
Here's the thing. Do people that love strawberries love blackberries? Of course they do. But if I had to choose, it's strawberries.
I think strawberries are
more popular?
Overrated.
You do?
Yes.
Because they're everywhere?
No, because 90% of it is that nasty white stuff in the middle. Like the
nasty white stuff?
Yeah, the good part of the strawberry is the outside.
Yeah, but if you get a good strawberry, you don't have a lot of the white stuff.
It's bull.
I'm just saying you don't get a lot of the white stuff.
Strawberries are overrated.
Strawberry fields forever. Tell the Beatles that.
Okay, strawberries are overrated. Raspberries have like a 60-second
and then they're mush.
Yeah, they're either too hard, they're not ripe, or they're overripe and disgusting.
I think raspberries are overrated.
I think blackberries win.
I don't know. I think raspberries are to the bottom of the barrel. Because, again, they can taste like they're from the bottom of the barrel 5 minutes after you buy them.
Ooh, somebody says blueberries win this contest.
Oh, man.
The thing about blueberries, you can just dehydrate them.
Do you?
They're good. Yeah,
I like a juicy.
I do too.
I like a big juicy blueberry.
Are we going to have to do like a championship of...
Oh, God, don't do it. I just wonder how excited people would get over the Strawberry Tournament of Champions. I feel like it would be a snooze fest, or it would be like an NPR tournament. Like, fruit purists, are they out there? I just can't see the apricot, or is it apricot or apricot?
I don't care.
I can't see that being a rabid fan base for the apricot. They don't really have a lot of flavor.
Really?
Unless they're in jam. No, I don't think so.
I think they're good.
You do?
I like fruit in general, though.
I've never heard you talk about eating an apricot.
You've never heard me talk about eating a lot of things.
I've never seen you eat a strawberry. In 20 years, I've never seen you eat a strawberry. I've never seen you eat a blackberry, a blueberry.
I have blackberries in my fridge.
No way.
Yeah, 100%.
From where? Aldi?
Or Crest.
Did you know that, speaking of Aldi, did you know that Trader Joe's is owned by Aldi?
I did not know that.
And now you know the rest of the story.
Can we get on with the blueberry or with the Blackberry Festival?
We can get on with the rest of the story.
We talked about the McLoud Blackberry Festival during the pandemic.
The worst possible time to talk about anything that you remember isn't this the festival where they were handing out little containers of blackberries?
They literally did a reverse parade where you drove down the street with your windows rolled up, and they had like exhibits or floats on the side of the road for you to see as you were driving by. And I remember distinctly somebody sharing our podcast and throwing a hissy fit.
Oh, yeah.
Because we were contributing to
the delinquency of a festival.
we were literally causing people to die. I'm like,
that's right. I forgot we were accused of
like genocide. We were genociding little old ladies because we were encouraging people to drive in their car through a town.
Well, I'm sorry. If Pfizer was sponsoring the show, we would have been against it. But they didn't.
No. But the McLoud Blackberry Festival began in the 1940s as a celebration of the end of harvest season for the local cash farm crop, blackberries.
I'll tell you what.
Go ahead.
I can get down with some blackberry jam on toast. The seeds make the... Is it crazy I like the seeds?
No, I think that's standard.
The seeds are good. People People think that seeds are bad for you. See, I don't like preserves. I don't like chunks of fruit in my jam or my preserves. I like blackberry jam. It goes on nice and smooth. Nice buttery piece of toast and good layer of Blackburn's blackberry jam. Dude.
So, Brandy's breakfast sandwich with blackberry or apple butter.
Apple butter
is the jam.
Apple butter, I'm not trying to sling shade on blackberries, but apple butter is, people sleep on apple butter. When I would go to Cracker
Okay,
Barrel.
I think this is one of those things we probably want to do like a Facebook post, but I think apple butter is for poor kids only.
You think?
I don't think that rich kids ate apple butter.
I don't think so either.
I never saw it in a rich kid's house.
Is apple butter just cinnamon apples that's been emulsified?
I have no idea. No clue.
It's not butter.
It's definitely not butter.
Apple butter on biscuits? Shoot.
All right, so back to the show. So apparently in the 40s,
yeah,
harvest season was completed just before July 4th, and then they had a big community picnic that was held on June 21st, 1895, and eventually they combined those two to become the annual Blackberry Festival. And the history about it is pretty cool. They had sent Harry Truman blackberries, and they received like national media coverage for it in 1949. The Blackberry Growers Association and the McLoud Chamber of Commerce did that, and he said they were the best blackberries he'd ever had and declared McLoud to be the Blackberry Capital of the world by presidential decree, which means that it is officially the Blackberry Capital of the world, even though they don't really grow blackberries anymore.
Truman's done a lot of blessings here. I think he came to Medicine Park, and Truman's responsible for a lot of really cool things, and declaring blackberries the what?
Blackberry Capital of the world?
Blackberry
McLoud.
Capital of the world. McLoud.
Yeah.
McLoud.
But the Blackberry Growers Association disbanded in 1963, basically due to poor market conditions, and the farmers moved to more lucrative crops. Even though blackberries aren't the staple agricultural product coming out of McLoud anymore, the festival still celebrates the history, continues to bring... I find it hard to believe that they can get enough blackberries in since they're not really growing them for this festival because, dude, they go all out. Everything is blackberry. And some of the events that happen during the festival just add more blackberries to the fire, so to speak.
Yeah.
But as far as the agenda goes, they have a blackberry baking contest.
Okay.
They have something called the Cobbler Gobbler,
The
which
Cobbler
we're going to get to.
Gobbler. That's my nickname. My nickname is Cobbler Gobbler. I'll let you have it, though.
They have a horseshoe tournament. They've got a carnival. They've got a pageant. They've got a parade. They've got a 5K, which obviously you're always down for.
Yeah, I'm down for a 5K.
But the blackberry baking contest. Yeah. So you have to provide the recipe to enter into the contest. All recipes must include blackberries, and the winner receives a custom apron, Shawnee Mills gift box, and $50 in cash. As far as the judging goes, all decisions are final, and the entries are judged on taste, smell, appearance, and texture.
Oh, Cobbler Gobbler.
Yes, the Cobbler Gobbler event is a cobbler eating contest. There is no registration fee for this event.
Mm-hmm.
It's limited to 12 participants per age group, first come, first entered. There's one winner for each group. Winners receive a $20 cash or carnival armband.
Shoot, you said entered. The only thing I care about is getting them blackberries in my innards.
So
that was dumb.
The caveat to this contest.
The blueberry caveat?
No hands or utensils can be used. Only your face.
Oh, if it doesn't get on your face, it doesn't. Wait, does it get? What is the thing? What was Carl Jr.'s thing? If it doesn't go all over the place, it doesn't belong in your face. Is the new motto of the Blackberry Festival? Because Carl Jr. doesn't do anymore.
No, they don't.
No,
but I love events like that.
I do too. Because
it's just silly. It's fun.
It's what it's supposed to be. Silly and fun.
Like
Cobbler
us.
Gobbler.
Yes. They don't just have a blackberry queen. They have a full-on Blackberry royal family. They've got a queen, a princess, and a junior princess. I was impressed with the festival when they did it during the pandemic. Like, they'd gone out of their way to make sure that it happened. Mm-hmm. They didn't miss a year, and I think they took every precaution with the
COVIDity.
Yes, that thing. So, seeing it happen without the restrictions, I think it'd be a blast. But if you're interested, it happens at McLoud Veterans Memorial Park in McLoud, and we will include a link in the show notes.
Well, after the break, the Dollar Tree is going to rebuild for $1.25.
$2.99. So today's partner is Thinkability and the Garden Cafe in Duncan, Oklahoma.
That's right. You know, we've been talking about Thinkability for quite some time, but we really haven't. We've talked about the community garden. We've talked about the market. We really haven't done a deep dive into the restaurant. But brother, I think most people might think, oh, it's sandwiches, it's soups. It is. But the pictures, if a picture's worth 1,000 calories?
Dude, it's okay. For starters, let's talk about what they do overall. They empower people with developmental disabilities through inclusive residential and vocational programs designed to foster growth, independence, and success. But dude, the food.
Rohit.
Okay,
You've never had a tomato sandwich.
I've had a tomato sandwich.
But when you told me about it, you're like, they did this thing where they put tomatoes between
betwixt.
I know, but you
a
said
southern style tomato sandwich. Dude, I've never seen one made like that.
It's true.
So they make they had a big harvest of tomatoes, and they decided to make southern style tomato sandwiches. Dude, it's like 1.5 inches thick of tomato slices, mayonnaise, and the most delicious looking bread you've ever seen.
Yeah.
And that was just one day.
I remember growing up having tomato sandwiches after church from tomatoes from Ruby's vegetable stand on 10th and Portland, salt, pepper, mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Cheap white bread.
This isn't cheap white bread. Dude, you saw that bread.
I know, but I could get down with it. I could get down with Thinkability's Cafe.
Dude, it looks great, and they just recently added Saturday to the rotation, so they are open Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's basically just lunches, but it's 6 days a week. I don't know how many times you and I have complained about rolling through Duncan and not having enough places to eat.
Or having not enough places with a light. What if you want a light lunch?
Oh, yeah.
Like a tomato sandwich, or just you know what I mean, or a good salad, or a corn chowder.
Dude, their soups look amazing. So, yeah, 100%. If you are in the Duncan area and you want to support a great cause, check them out. Thinkability, the Garden Cafe, 805 West Main in Duncan, Oklahoma.
Absolutely. Or check them out at thinkabilityfirst.com. Listen, I love me some Dollar Tree. I'm not going to lie. I've bought many a movie in my collection at Dollar Tree. I was shocked to hear of the devastation that happened to the Dollar Tree distribution center.
Mm-hmm. I think it's great, though. The news story from the Dollar Tree announces return to Marietta, Oklahoma with enhanced distribution center anticipated to open in 2027.
You know, you would figure a company that big was going to be coming back. I didn't think they were going to be like, well, we're done here. I mean, because it didn't destroy the whole thing.
Well, it kind of did.
It did?
Oh, yeah, dude. There was a bunch of it still standing, okay, but I don't think you call that half, that little quarter of a building anymore, though.
Yeah, for sure.
They're bringing 400 new jobs back to the community, not to mention all of the contractors involved in building this project over the next few years. Mm-hmm. There'll be a lot of work happening in there.
Well, I feel like they said something about not only going to build back, they're going to build bigger.
Bigger, and I think more automated, unfortunately. So I think even though it's bigger, it's not going to be more jobs to the community because it's going to be a lot of automation. But it's a 1 million square foot facility.
Dollar Tree is a store that's been pretty steady, pretty honest with their pricing. I'll tell you who I think has helped keep Dollar Tree afloat. 2 things: their candy and TikTok.
I'm giving one thing to Dollar Tree. that nobody can take away from them.
It's not public restrooms because they don't have those.
No.
Okay.
Greeting cards. Dude, you can buy a greeting card for 99 cents, a birthday card, a Mother's Day card for 99 cents, as opposed to going anywhere else and paying, I think I paid $8.99 for a Mother's Day card.
Really?
Dude, $9 for a Mother's Day card. It was literally a folded piece of cardboard.
That said, love you, Mom?
Yes.
Basically?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's got an envelope and a pretty picture of a flower on the front.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I like Dollar Tree. I like them a lot, actually.
I don't like them at all.
You don't?
No.
Why? Because they don't have anything you like?
I don't like
cheap.
I don't like things that cost $1. I have no use for anything that cost $1.
Really?
If there was nicer stuff that cost $1, then maybe.
Right.
But I don't need 100 pencils for $1. I don't need candy. I definitely don't need candy.
Right.
So, yeah,
Well, it's good news for Oklahoma. It's good news for Dollar Tree. It's good news for 700 Dollar Tree stores across the west and southwest region of the United States, for crying out loud.
And your favorite person is on board. Governor Kevin Stitt said this is bringing back 400 jobs to Oklahoma. The reinvestment in the community is a testament to the importance of building strong local relationships and furthers our reputation as a business-friendly state.
Well, there you go. If Stitt says it, if it's Stitt, it's the she. Right?
I think he should use that as a campaign slogan for whatever he does next.
If it's Stitt, it's the shit?
Kevin Stitt, he's the shit.
I don't think he'll do it. I don't think he'll do it.
How about Kevin Stitt? No bullshit.
Well, I'm sure somebody's going to go, that's not old Kevin Stitt. I know. No. We're setting him up.
You know, it's funny. We have some feedback that I need to get to, and that attitude is going to be required.
100%.
That attitude that you just brought is going to be required for part of this feedback.
Okay.
So, first up, we have some feedback from Cody Crawford.
Mm-hmm.
He says, just curious, do you ever say a place isn't good?
Mm.
Do we ever do any negative reviews?
You know, here's the thing. I try not to eat at places I don't think I'll like. But I'll tell you right now, how many hours of video is on the cutting room floor because it didn't make it past the cutting board?
Yeah, so we like pointing out when people are doing great things that we like, things we appreciate, and we are more likely to delete video of places that we did not enjoy than to set them on blast.
But here's the other thing, too. Food is subjective.
It is, which is why we
try it.
Which is why we do a lot of calling balls and strikes on restaurants, because we enjoyed the overall experience or we like what they do. But
make up your own damn mind.
100%.
Just curious, y'all ever say a place isn't good?
Okay.
Well.
Okay,
jeez.
So you're rude, but Cody Crawford, yes, we do, but we don't put out a lot of negative stuff. We just don't care that much. But there is a little bit more feedback.
Well,
JP Woods says, "Can I request that Brett with one T?
Yeah.
I think that's you.
Yeah.
Say something on the show that I can use for my phone messages, but in his dad voice."
My dad voice.
I think he's talking about
John.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of like John, but what does he want me to say?
He wants a phone message, like for his outgoing.
No. What's his name again?
JP.
God damn it! What's his name, Harley?
JP.
JP. What's that stand for? Just put. Never mind. Huh. Well, you've reached JP's voicemail. He's probably still asleep instead of being at work. Or probably, he probably don't got a job. He hadn't had a job since I told him he needed to get a job. But if he was out looking for a job, he probably wouldn't answer the phone right now anyway. Leave a message after the beep.
I like it. That's awesome.
Listen here, JB, I'm going to tell you again. You're not going to lay around here and not get a job. You don't have a job by Monday, I'm going to find one for you.
That is a true story.
Yeah.
In true John Robert fashion, I worked at Brahms, okay, in the 90s. The reason why I worked at Brahms, here I am, 16 years old, 17 years old, just chilling out. It's the weekend. I'm chilling out. I may have been out of school on a Friday. I'm sitting there.
Brett Jeffrey?
Yes, John? Because I called him John and didn't call him Dad. He was my stepdad for 37 years or something like that. Yes, John?
I'll tell you what, you're not going to lay around.
It was summertime.
You're not going to lay around here all summer and not get a job.
Okay.
You better find a job by Monday, or I'm going to find you one.
Okay. It wasn't like that. I wasn't like, because he'd knock me into, I'd still be flying into the middle of next week today. Monday rolls around. I haven't found a job yet.
You found a job?
No, I haven't found a job yet, John.
Well, guess what?
What funeral home? It was a funeral home. I can't remember what my mom would be able to tell me. Who was it?
Such and such funeral home. I went, they're one of my regular deliveries. They said they'd hire you to wash bodies.
Now, at the time, I was like,
so you better get a damn job.
So by Wednesday, I had a job scooping ice cream. Would I like to wash bodies today? Probably. I think it's pretty cool.
You're creepy.
But I also call bullshit. I know it's the 90s. They had to have some regulations. They can't just let some 17-year-old scrub dead bodies. But he was that guy.
Now, damn it, Brett. 7/16.
As the half-inch socket wrench is flying across the yard, he'd also be the guy that would come out in the front yard with my friends when my chain comes off my bike. The only dad in the neighborhood that would come out in boxers, and not the kind that don't open it. And he'd be down in socks, tube socks, with boxers on, putting my chain on.
Damn it, Brett! If you can't take care of this,
he's giving me the riot act with my friends right here, and I'm like, you know what I did? Necessity is the mother of invention. I learned how to work on my bike. I was never letting him go. No. He would only put pants on if company was coming. No shirt. He'd put jeans on. My mom would go, John, so-and-so's coming over. Can you kindly put pants on, please? He'd grouse about it and get pissed off. Oh, man. He was a grump. I miss that guy.
He was a character, is what he was.
He was a character.
He really was.
He was a character.
Well, hopefully that is what JP was looking for, or he can cut out a good phone message there. I thought it was fun.
Who was it again?
JP Woods?
JP Woods.
Maybe JP Woods. It's a username like JP Woods.
He's heard my dad voice before.
He listens to the show. Maybe he
Why
wanted
can't he
something
be
completely
JP
different.
Morgan? Because I could really use a loan right. Well, if you've got feedback, you know what? You know what to do. You know how to give us feedback. You know what we want you to do?
I'm listening.
Buy a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Go to redbubble.com.
We have like 7.
We got 7 new designs.
7 new designs that are not up yet. That are coming soon. Coming very soon.
Coming soon. 7 new designs to redbubble.com. Listen, every time you buy a t-shirt from us at redbubble.com,
we get 13 cents.
We get 13 cents a t-shirt.
I don't know what it is. It's like $2 or $3.
It's like $2 or $3, but it's part of our fundraising. It's how we afford to go to these fancy restaurants.
And it lets people know that you support the OnlyinOK show.
I'll tell you what. At the OnlyinOK show, I only inhale in one of their t-shirts. That's what Bill Clinton said. I refuse to inhale in anything but an OnlyinOK show t-shirt. Most people are like, who's Bill Clinton? Even Ross Perot was like, when I'm in the afterlife, I only wear an OnlyinOK show t-shirt.
You hear that? That's a giant sucking sound.
That's a giant sucking sound. Dude, tell me right now, if they would have taken him seriously and he wasn't an independent, he would have been president. That was a hell of a speech, buddy.
Dude, he was popular.
Really popular. But because
if he didn't sound like a cartoon character and he wasn't an independent, he would have been president.
He would have been president, not a question about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, get yourself some swag, redbubble.com. Leave us feedback. Hit us up at OnlyinOKShow@gmail.com. We're popping and rocking everywhere. Thanks a lot for everything. We appreciate all you're doing for us. We couldn't do it without you.
Absolutely. Well, this has been the OnlyinOK Show. I am Harley.
I'm Brett.
And we're out of here.
Peace. I can hear a white noise going, there we go.
Just turn down.
Well, I don't know. You don't let me touch the controls because every time I touch the controls,
You
something
break
goes wrong.
something, yes.
Something goes wrong.
The guys over at Surely You Can't Be Serious.
Yeah.
Comparing weird science versus real genius.
I'm going Weird Science. Weird Science.
I like both of those movies are really good, but Weird Science is definitely.
I've seen Weird Science more. I wasn't interested in
every time I got sick.
It was on TV.
I watched Real Genius.
I never believed that you could turn a hallway into ice. Okay, so we're smart.
Are we?
I mean,
that's.
Was there a movie when you were a kid, teenager, that you were just convinced was real?
As a kid,
I know two of them. I know two movies right off the rip that I thought were real.
All right, go ahead.
Close Encounters.
Ooh, yeah.
And Weird Science. Oh wait, Back to the Future 2. I just knew
that time travel was really a thing.
No, I knew that the freaking hoverboards.
Oh yeah.
A spirit design.
You get the show notes.
I'm Catholic. Somebody had, thing long was like, we should do a catfish tournament. I said, dude, I was raised Catholic. I'm not eating fish again. I can't eat fish.
Really?
Yeah. Gentle mother, peaceful God, teach us wisdom.
When I was like 11, 12 years old, had a neighbor that
he probably has had Brahms, and it wasn't that good. But he probably has, because he's from America. The Pope's from America. Go ahead.
Had a neighbor that was building a house, older couple.
Yeah.
And I'd go help them.
Uh-huh. And they'd pay you in fish.
Dude, legitimately, his wife would cook us dinner every night.
Oh, my God.
Homemade catfish that she had caught in their pond.
It still had the...
Dude, it was like the gills were still moving.
Farm fresh catfish is like... To me, catfish needs to be light, delicate. The breading, it has to be breaded just right. But I think if you're going to have a catfish meal, it's fried catfish, it's fried potatoes. What else? Everything on the plate's got to be fried with fried catfish. Fried catfish, fried potatoes. What am I missing? Sometimes fried okra. I really hope that that's not intentional. We've been catching so much heat for okra.
I'm sorry that I said that okra was amazing.
I'm not sure that it's a bad thing to say that okra is amazing.
It was really good.
Why make it if
surprised.
Why make it if it's not supposed to be good?
I don't know. I was genuinely surprised that it was as good. It's okra. Like everybody serves okra, and it's all about the same.
I think we should start a new show called Side Piece. Now wait, it's all about the sides, not the entree.
Okay.
Side pieces.
Yeah, I think you might get somebody in trouble somewhere along the line.
Oh my God.
But it was catfish, fried potatoes, and corn.
Corn on the cob?
Corn on the cob.
Okay.
Oh my God. I swear that was the only food she cooked, but I probably had that 25 times over a summer.
You said, okay, so fried catfish, fried
potatoes,
yeah.
Yeah, but on the weekends, we would go to Lake Thunderbird. He and I would go to Lake Thunderbird in the morning, on Saturday morning.
Oh, Dirty Bird?
Yeah.
I wonder how many other lakes have nicknames. Dirty Bird, Lake Holder Closer, Lake Hugh Hefner, because he keeps all the jet skis wet, dude. We can't keep that in.
No.
We can't keep that in.
That pecan cobbler was ridiculous. Like, it shocked me. I didn't expect it. It was ridiculously good.
It's kind of like falling in love.
Like, it caught me completely off guard.
That's falling in love. It caught you off guard. It was completely unexpected.
Yeah.
It was sweet in the very beginning.
It was sweet. It made me feel bad.
It made you feel bad after
I had too much.
I was going to say something that would sound bad.
Yep. See, I stopped you.
I was going to say
No, you don't have to say it.
I don't have to say everything.
Right.
I don't have to say every...
Just because thoughts come into your head doesn't mean that you have to say them out loud. Yes, that's how that works. It's less editing for me. Sounds like you're just saying it because she's right here.
I would only listen to her show. Before I did radio, I would only listen to her show. She was you were 3 to 7, right? You were 3 to 7. 3 to 7, I believe. She was 3 to 7, and then it was Manzer till midnight, from 7 to midnight, baby. Let's go. Those are the days. God.
Do it all away.
Listen, no, I didn't. Listen.
Cocaine and hookers.
Here's the thing.
What?
And one of these days, I'll tell the story. I mean,
The
honestly,
cocaine and hooker story?
I wish it was cocaine and hookers. It was more self-destruct and no hook.
Propane and snooker. Got it. Let's go.
I sell I'll sell propane and propane accessories. Let me look at these show notes real quick.
There is a bit of feedback that's going to require you to do a voice, by the way.
Listener feedback. Is it one that's going to get me canceled? Because we've got to... Where's the godforsaken show notes? Damn it. The Strawberry Festival in Stillwell claims to be the longest running.
Dude, I just report the information as presented to me.
Is it just me, or do Okies follow other Okies by instinct? There's only one of us, man. We're a singular race of people, all of us, man. We're just all one big Oklahoma, you know?
I did post that meme just the other day about waving at people with Oklahoma tags. It's true.
Dude, here's the thing. If you're in the country and somebody waves you, you don't wave back, you're marked. You're a marked man. You're a terrorist. No, you're not a terrorist. You're a tourist. God, I can't speak.
You're a terrorist.
You're a tourist. I said tourist.
Ford Taurus?
A terrierist is somebody that loves Boston Terriers.
Yes. I think that's a terrorist.
We're gonna wait and see what happens next. Hey, Lauren, welcome to the show. All right, 3, 2, 1. Hey, welcome to... Are you kidding me right now?
Dude, I don't even... Oh, is that me?
Yeah,
You
it's
hear me?
you.
Wow. That's dumb. Okay, go.
And 3, 2, 1.